Alright, we got another Season 12 Discord Cup game. This time it's going to be Mozi versus Just Dave, so Crab versus Crane. I was going to make a joke about how his name is not Just Dave, it's Just Dave. But yeah, so the Discord bot should link my stream any second here. I'm not going to post the link because then it just links it. Right? Just not doing it. Well, let's take a look at the deck list real quick. We have Unicorn Splash for Crab, pretty standard here. Wow, 2 Spreading the Darkness, actually. That's a little bit unusual, and he's not running any Assassinates or Way of the Crabs. That is something that Crab players have been trying out lately, but I haven't seen too many people doing that in open deck lists yet. So that's kind of nice for his opponent. He'll just not have to worry about playing around. Like, he could even just play Tengu Sensei here, since he knows there's no Way of the Crab. Just gonna play the Brush Samurai, though. Let's see, Mozi passes, okay. Not gonna buy the Borderlands Defender, doesn't want to give Crane that passing fate. Bot didn't link the stream. It takes a minute. Like, I feel like it's still gonna do it. I'm just gonna post the link. We'll see. But yeah, Crane deck is on Dragon Splash, 3 Let Go, 2 Tattooed Wanderer. Tengu Sensei, don't see him every day. Looks like he's replacing Hotaru in this list. Guest of Honor is the restricted list card there. Wow, 1 Fallen in Battle, that's very unusual for Crane decks. I don't imagine he'll be able to get that off against Crab in any meaningful way. But we'll see. Kaio Envoy attacks, going for the Earth Ring. He's going to find Manicured Garden. The Brash Samurais will just defend that. And probably just pass now. You could Spreading the Darkness here, but that could easily just get cancelled, and then you're just down 2 honor for nothing. What is this? This is military. What else could we see? Yeah, I think Spreading the Darkness is like the only play here that would make any sense, and even then you probably don't want to do that. So maybe we'll just see a pass. Yeah, we do just see the pass. Manicured Garden gets used. Probably pass again. Yep. And that's going to be it. So he does get the bow on that Brash Samurai there, but that does mean that Crane is now winning the favor, and we see a Steward of Law. Oh, did I not change the game? My bad. Let me change it. I updated the... There we go. Yeah, the bot takes like a few extra minutes to post it, I guess. Celeste isn't even a roguelike. You're thinking of Slay the Spire. But yeah, title, or the game should be updated now. The title was good, it was just the game. Ooh, Watering. So Watering is pretty dangerous here, and again, he knows that there's no Assassinate. Yeah, no, Celeste is just a platformer. It's a pretty good game. I like it a lot. But then Slay the Spire is the other one I'm playing right now. That one is actually a card game and a roguelike. Where am I going to put these? Okay, so he finds Manicured Garden. Wow, lots of Manicured Gardens. Yeah, Slay the Spire is definitely a really good game as well. And they sort of recently added official mod support, so you can upload your mods to the Steam Workshop now, which is pretty good. It's easy to just subscribe to a bunch of them. I kind of want to try making my own. He is going to get that water ring there, which means the Brash Samurai will stand up. And we see a Wayfinder played with 1 Fate. And he puts a fan on it. So I was going to question whether he was attacking with this or not, since he does have a political conflict left, but it looks like he is going to play the fan there to protect against the Ukraine stronghold. He still could get assassinated here very easily. Goes back at Manicured Garden. If he can get this Void Ring, though, that would be pretty good. But yeah, like Crane having Assassinate here would just be very, very bad. Crane could also have Let Go. Yeah, there's the Assassinate. And now... I mean, he didn't really spend that much, I guess, on that. But... yeah, okay, that's fine, I guess. It's just 2 cards for 1, right? I guess that play had like a really big upside if the Crane player didn't have the Assassinate, then he either has to, like, the Wayfinder stays on the board if he doesn't, unless he goes Void, which is like probably not optimal. But if he's able to get that Void Ring and get this Brash Samurai off the board, then that's really big. We see another Wayfinder that's going to prevent this break here. And see another province there. So he knows where Meditations is. He knows where Magistrate Station is. That's good. And then that will also indirectly tell him where Shameful Display is. So, ooh, Spreading the Darkness. There's a Bonsai, though. Wow, he really wants this break. You could play a Katana, I guess. You could just let this break, I guess. It's not really the end of the world. I mean, I do. I want to see a Borderlands Defender with a bunch of attachments on it. But maybe nobody else does. Ooh, wow. Haruma Skirmisher, so he's really trying to prevent this break here. There's the Stronghold. Crane will need another Katana. No, he passes, okay. As the opponent, yeah. So he does get that air ring, but mozi is able to prevent that break, so he'll keep that Borderlands Defender around. Probably discard the Heat of Guardian, I imagine. You already have a couple of one drops here, so just keep the Borderlands Defender, I think. If you can find a Kuni Lab, that would be pretty good with 2 cheap guys on the board. Nope, doesn't find it though. Shuichi and Shrud is actually pretty bad since he doesn't have any holdings and he can't rebuild one either. So I think you're just playing a big Borderlands Defender here. You do have to watch out for like Noble Sack, but should be fine. Hopefully. You just need to last through this turn because the Crane board is going to clear out a little bit. So Crane gets Passing Fate. I don't think the Crab player wants to play either of these other characters here. No, he is actually going to play Shuichi. Wow. So this helps out his board quite a bit. But having to play him with 1 Fate and go down to 0 is not really ideal. We see Cautious Scout find Upholding Authority. That is, that's a bad hit for Crane if he can't break it. But we'll see. So I like defending with Shuichi because that means you can use his ability as your first action before Crane has the opportunity to get rid of this favorable ground. And that gives you a fate to play something like a mountain or um, a fight on maybe. So I think that's what we'll see here. Ooh, wow, big defense. He might want to play a mountain on this Borderlands defender. That might be what the play is here. So it's still very expensive though. Crane is going for the firing, so I think after this conflict we'll see Crab attack with the Skirmisher on the Void Ring. Yeah, streams are back, yeah, for sure. Um, yeah, there was a pretty long period, I guess, where, like after Worlds, where we just didn't have a lot of games to stream. Last month we had the Cup from December, right? But, and then we also had the flashback games, but it's been a couple weeks. Ooh, Mountain Does Not Fall gets canceled by Voice of Honor. That is unfortunate. So that might mean that Crab has to go for the Water Ring, which is of course very strong here. Weird Dynasty by mozi. Hey, thanks for the bits, As Taran. Hopefully I said that correctly. Yeah, I mean it's honestly it's more of just a bad Dynasty flop here. He had Borderlands Defender, and then the other three that he flipped were just a bunch of useless stuff. Shuichi's okay because of this favorable grounds, but you really don't want to play the Asuki. Okay, we are seeing the Void Ring. This also gives him a Fate, so we could see him play a Fight On, which makes it dangerous for Crane to attack water. Although I guess I don't know why he would do that in the first place. But ooh, Political Rival. Okay. Now it is less dangerous, possibly. So he could go ahead and break the Manicured Garden here. Probably doesn't want to break Upholding Authority. Okay, he's going to break Meditations. He took the 50-50 there to find Shameful, I guess, and unfortunately did not find it. But Meditations on a 3-Fate rival is not going to hurt too much. We see a Talisman of the Sun. Okay, so I think he's going to move him to Upholding Authority. That gets let go, though. Unfortunate. He always has the favorable ground, I guess, so it wouldn't have been a big deal anyway. But it would have prevented him from getting a free break. Let's see. This is Earth Ring. Yep, so Meditations breaks. Earth Ring is going to discard a Fine Katana. And we might just see mozi pass this attack. Like, I don't know if there's actually a very good reason to attack here. mozi will be first player next turn, so I imagine he's going to try and go for that Water Ring when he can. Okay, we do see an air attack. Not really sure what the point of this is. Oh, did he already use Manicured Garden this turn? I guess he did. What? That was kind of weird. Yeah, yeah, so that's the only thing it does is it makes sure that no fate goes on this ring. I don't know why Crane favorable grounded home there. There was like no point in doing that. Like that's I mean, it's not bad, but it's literally equivalent to discarding the favorable ground at the end of the turn. So I don't know why you do that. Um Okay, so everything gets discarded here. Let's see what Crab finds. Iron Mine, that's really good. And it's on Shameful as well. Favorable Ground is pretty good. Vanguard Warrior, pretty good. A lot of much better flop this turn for Crab than last turn. And then Crane, we see a Brash Samurai get played. Mantis Tenkinja, 0 fate. Crane gets the passing fate again. He has 9 fate. That's a lot of fate. Oh, right, that's true. So Crane favorable grounding home. That means that fate gets put on the ring. Sure. But I mean, like, is he going to be? I don't think he wants to attack air, so I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point as well. Like, you would bow the conflict character and then use the favorable ground to move in instead of out. There's no point in defending and just moving back home. If he doesn't stand in, yeah, he used the stronghold, so yeah, he can. Skirmisher here. Yeah, and like I said, I think he's definitely going to go for this water ring. He can he can double covert here, so Brash Samurai and Cautious Scout are the coverts, I imagine. You could covert Steward of Law, but then the water ring effect won't do anything. Yeah, I don't think you covert Steward of Law. I think you go Brash Samurai and Cautious Scout. Oh, shoot. You played the Skirmisher in the draw phase. Classic mistake there. Yeah. That is pretty unfortunate. The favorable ground for Crab is definitely going to make this attack a little bit smoother. We see a defense with the Steward of Law. We see a for shame. Okay, that's fine. So you probably just gain a fate now. Like, the for shame on Shuichi is annoying, but if he wants to for shame... I guess if he for shames Vanguard Warrior, then he's winning. Ooh, we see Spreading the Darkness on Vanguard Warrior, though. That's actually really strong, because now not only can he not be assassinated here, he also can't be for shamed, so... There's the Fate gain, Manicured gain to Fate. It is breaking currently. So yeah, Crane would have to have like a bonsai to even win this conflict. And he still wouldn't even prevent the break. So yeah, that is going to be a break going over to Crab. He'll bow that Cautious Scout, and he'll pull out some Keeper Initiates. Pretty good. And, actually Crane might want the air ring here because he's down to 5 honor. We see a Cloud the Mind on Political Rival. It only has one fate, so not the best cloud that has ever existed, but still pretty decent. The other thing is he had the favorable ground for the covert anyway. Still trying to figure out how mozi plans to pull ahead. Well, I mean, the goal is just to keep these two characters from dying and then make his opponent's characters die by getting the Void Ring, probably. But I think the political rival will just defend that. Crane should have went Void there. Yeah, I mean, he wanted the Fate off the airing, and I think he also wanted the airing because he might have his other Assassinate in his hand. And plus, like, he can defend this Void Ring, right? That forces Crab to use the Iron Mine this turn, though, if he did win the Void Ring. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. Void was probably better there. We see defense with 4. Splash Samurai is going to honor itself, though. Do we see another Mountain Does Not Fall while Voice of Honor is turned off? That could be... He's first player, so... Still feels kind of bad, but we do see it. So this means that he'll still be able to attack and defend if Crane does a second attack this turn. There's a Steward of Law into the conflict, okay. 6-6 now. You could move in the Keeper Initiate, but then your political attack kind of dies. Well, he can't play For Shame now, there's a Steward. He could play it on the Keeper Initiate. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Mozi doesn't really care too much about the airing, I guess. So what we might see now is... I would probably attack Upholding Authority. We know that's in the row, right? Oh no, he has entrenched position, my bad. So you'd have to go at, like, Meditations, probably? Yeah, he's just gonna go there. So Fate gets taken off the Keeper Initiate. That's not the end of the world. And we see no defense, actually. There's a Court Games. Oh, okay, yeah, so the Court Games dishonors somebody, and then the box bows the other one. What I would probably do is, yeah, dishonor the Keeper Initiate for sure. You probably move home the Tenkinj. Well, she's gonna get bowed anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now we see a pass. Yep, so that's going to be it. Two cards in hand for mozi is pretty rough here. And now Crane is going to go for the Earth Ring. Was that just to get box out of the way? Well, it was to... Like, there was no point in moving the Tenkinja home because he would still have the box in the next conflict anyway, so you just have him use it there. The point of the attack was to either make him defend or play a card, which it did. Unfortunately, it cost him the fade off the keeper, but... So, gonna defend this. If mozi can somehow win this conflict... Okay, there's the Vanguard Warrior. If he can somehow win this conflict... Ooh, court games. That would be really good because he would actually get the favor off of that, but I feel like he probably won't be able to, if I had to guess. If he could play the two cards that are in his hand, that might be good because this is the Earth Ring. Don't really want to discard anything. Either way, he's going to have a huge hand advantage, or disadvantage next turn. And Crane is up on Fate as well. So it's going to be tough. We see Doji Fumiki. That is going to get him the break here. Not sure why you cloud her. I mean, I guess she has two fate, so... Okay, yeah, that's fair, actually, because you have a Shugenja. Oh, the other card was a reprieve. Okay. Yeah, so he's just playing out the last of his cards. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted for a second. No. Hey, Arash, how's it going? Okay, so a lot of no fate characters here. Crab does have this Iron Mine still. But down fate, down cards, down honor even. Not looking too good. You probably play Vanguard Warrior, yep. And then I guess you play Borderlands Defender. Crab can't even bid 5 this turn. He only has 4 honor. Like, with Asami on the board here, it's actually going to be really dangerous for Crab. Kasada 2 fate, okay. So, just going to spend all his fate. I guess he figures, yeah, he's just going to bid 1, so you might as well spend all your fate on Kasada. Unfortunately, that means, well, Shuichi will get him a fate, so he'll still have a fate for something. But yeah, I'm not sure how he's going to get through this here. We're seeing a military air attack with the Doji Challenger at Upholding Authority. Strength 4. You probably defend with I'm thinking defend with Keeper Initiate so you don't lose the honor, but he still breaks it, so you get to discard things. I don't know if you want him to break it, though, because then he's going to be attacking your stronghold. Yeah, you probably don't want him to break it. Yeah, if you could win the airing, that would be nice. Oh, right, that's true as well. Keeping Casada on is definitely pretty good. So what are you defending with then? I mean, you probably have to play like he has another Voice of Honor, right? You could play, like you could play a Mountain with the Tenkinja, or you could get a Fate with Shuichi to play it, but I have to imagine that's going to be cancelled. No Censure in the deck. Actually, we do see the Keeper Initiate defense here. Interesting. He could have a Talisman of the Sun, so he just lets this break, discards all the Let Goes, and then plays Talisman on Casada. Yeah, Crane's Stronghold is pretty good at canceling Casada. We won't see it right here, though, because this is a military conflict. There's a Way of the Crane on Asami. So he's going to break here. Oh, interesting. So Mozi actually uses his box, so that forces Crane to play another card to get the break, which he is still going to do. I mean, it's a strong action, right? Like, bow a character, that's pretty strong. You just have to be able to use it. I feel like every time I go to a tournament, I end up playing a Crane at some point, and I forget about the Stronghold on, like, the first turn. And then my conflict character just gets bowed. I need to stop doing that. Playing a bunch of cards here. Let Go discards Cloud the Mind. I imagine if Mozi... Well, Talisman would have to be exactly the one card he drew, actually, which is pretty unlikely, but still possible. Let's see what he finds. Discards Court Games. That's good. If he doesn't have the Talisman, though, I'm not sure how he's actually going to not lose. I think what you probably do is... he's going Fire, actually. I was thinking you go Water, and then you get your other Keeper Initiate, and you can bow the rival if he doesn't win. It's going to be Fire. I guess this way he gets a Fate, though. So Fire at Meditations with Vanguard Warrior. Brash Samurai defends. Like, you could have gone Shuichi, Military Water, Covert the Brash Samurai. And then he has to, like, either over-defend that or his rival gets bowed. I don't know. So how much skill do we have here? 7, 10, 11, 12, 15. If he goes all in. He's not going to do that, though. What did I miss? Oh, you know. Unfortunately, this game is not going too well for Crab. I don't know if he'll be happy or sad about that because, you know, it is Crane winning, but it's also Mozi losing. What's in Crane's discard? Some stuff. He has 2 cards in his hand right now, which we know are Admit Defeat and Fallen in Battle. That's not really going to help him here. So we should just... The Crane's hand is essentially empty. We don't know the one card in the Crab player's hand. Yeah, he could definitely have Talisman. That would be really strong. River of Gold is pretty good as well. That's going to bring Casada to 7 political. I don't know exactly how that works. Like Casada takes a walk along the river, and then all of a sudden he's like less buff, but he has a huge, enormous brain. I think that's what that's implying. Is bluffing talisman a thing? Well, I mean, even if he has talisman, it's not going to change what the Crane player does, I think. Okay, so he is going to get the conflict win there. Uses Kaioken to make his mouth move at 10 times speed. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Something happens there. Okay, so Shuichi gets to covert Fumiki here and go political Earth at this meditations. Earth is actually insanely strong here, 2 cards to 1. And mozi is just going to win that conflict. He discards the Fallen in battle. He would have rather discarded the admit defeat, I imagine, but what can you do? Big weapons are effective diplomacy, yeah. That is... especially along the river, yeah. There's the Vanguard Warrior. So, I mean, he managed to live to fight another day. He'll get to keep his Shuichi and his Borderlands Defender, and his Kasada, of course. But Crane still has some threatening stuff here, and Crab is on 2 honor as well. Witch Hunter is good. Yasuki is actually good as well, since he only has 2 cards in his hand. Yeah, he does technically have card advantage. I think we'll see Crab play both of these characters here. Like, he really just needs as much as he can get to survive. Do you play Witch Hunter with 1 fate or 2, though? You have the first conflict. He'll probably want to go water, though. Right? Yeah, you could just play her with 2 fate and then go water and you get a fate back. Seems good. And Crane might even... I don't know, you probably... Crane probably won't play the Mia Mystic if I had to guess, but... Okay, he's going to play her with 1. He could play the Mystic. That would... Nope, not going to play it. Two honor and not taking air. Well, I mean, if he goes water, he gets the extra fate. He gets 2 keeper initiates. He gets to bow Fumiki. With an Asami on board, yeah, that's true. I mean, we'll see. Yeah, I guess you could just... Like, Crane is maybe going to attack water if you don't. Yeah, he can steal that Ornate Fan, that's true. Like, he'll have a lot of political skill. Of course. And he does have the favorable ground as well here, so if it looks like Crane is going to win, he can just move home Shuichi. Well, yeah. I mean, the problem here is that Crab still only has 3 cards in his hand, and all of his characters have no fate. Like, even if you're Crab, if you if you just don't have any cards, you're not going to be able to save people. Crane has admit defeat. Yeah, yeah. Um, the Earth Ring discarded Fallen in battle, so he still has admit defeat and 1 unknown card. Well, he's defending here, so he can't admit defeat, and he can't challenge her either. I feel like you guys think he's attacking, but he's actually not. Yeah, admit defeat is not really going to do that much here, I think. Interesting. Yasuki goes home, and then we see away the Crane here. This feels pretty bad for Crab now. I'm not sure why he moved home the Yasuki. I would have waited to see if the Crane was going to play a buff there and then move home the Shuichi, right? Oh, for the next attack on Stronghold, yeah. Yeah, you could steal the Katana. We see a Watch Commander. Okay. It's not quite enough. And a Wayfinder, that is enough. And we know that Crane's last card here is... Oh, wait, did he use his... Oh, he used this... Oh, wow, he had to use the Storehouse for Kasada. Yeah, so he only has Admit Defeat in his hand, and that is not going to do anything. So the Keepers come back. Crab still has this Karada District to use this turn. And actually, he can Witch Hunter to restance Shuichi as well. So yeah, this seems good. And now Kasada is still on. Crane will, of course, be going for the air ring here on military. Let's see. I think you defend with... Yeah, probably these two is fine. So since Crab knows what's in his hand, I think what we'll see is... I think you actually... You stand up Shuichi with the Witch Hunter, and then you covert the Asami, attack Political Void. You kill her. And then you defend the political attack with everybody else. Yeah, so he defends with skill 6 here. Doji Challenger can't even use the action because Kasada will just cancel it. I mean, she can, I guess, but it's not going to do anything. And now you sacrifice one of these characters, and you stand up Shuichi. You're going to go down to 1 honor. But you can kill the Asami. Wait, what? No, 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 no. What is he doing? That's like... I'm really confused. I feel like that's the easiest play ever. You just stand Shuichi and then you covert Asami. I mean, yeah, Kasada cancels it, but still. This doesn't make sense. He can just defend this now and win, right? Yeah, that's just the easy play there. And he gets to Meditation's Keeper Initiate. Doesn't make sense. Yeah, now he just defends this. I don't understand. Oh, actually, that's pretty bad. This is his last conflict, though. It doesn't matter if Asami bows. Meditations cancels Kasada. Now he can use Asami. Okay, steals the fan. Yeah, he still had that. You put it on one of the keepers. So actually knowing that he had the... Oh wait, this isn't enough. Oh no, you have to have more. Okay. Wait, but he has the stronghold. Oh no. Yeah, like, all of this could have just been avoided so easily if you just done the Shuichi play. I don't understand. Okay, stands back up. So he's still going to get the conflict win, I guess, but he's not going to break. I guess he doesn't really need to break, necessarily. Now he gets the Earth Ring, probably looking for a save there. But he didn't go Void, so this Asami is still going to be around next turn, which is potentially unfortunate. He has no Fate, actually, so he needs to have Rebuild. And, like, leaving Kasada standing here just does nothing, right? That's the other thing. But I don't know. I'm not really sure what's taking so long here. Like, we know that Crane has 0 cards in hand, so this should be going pretty fast. Like, both players should know exactly what they're going to do. Ooh, okay, he does have the Rebuild. So do you keep Shuichi or Kasada? I have to imagine you keep Kasada, right? Yeah. Crab's last province is Shameful Display. Yeah. Wait, he kept Borderlands Defender? Okay. Interesting. Oh, wow. Cooney Labs, though. That's pretty crazy. Oh, wait. But Tengu Sensei. Yeah, I think this is game, right? Like, Tengu Sensei can just covert Kasada, and then you just go all in political and use Asami, right? He died if he didn't save Borderlands Defender. Well, he didn't know he was going to flip Kunilab, but I guess it was pretty likely. There's no way that he can stop him from using Asami, right? Well, I mean, that's the risk you take with Kunilab. Like, it's a really good card, but sometimes that does happen. Could he stop the political break either? Yeah, probably not. Like, I think this is just going to be the game here. The fact that he's running Spreading the Darkness instead of Bonsai, though, is a little bit riskier with 2 labs in the deck. Like, he doesn't have Assassinate, but the Spreading the Darkness, some extra honor loss. It all adds up. Again, I'm not really sure why mozi is taking so long to think here. I guess he's probably just trying to figure out if there's any way that he actually doesn't lose this game. This is the deck he lost to an Asami with at our Elemental Championship. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's got to be kind of tilting. But yeah, I mean, like, if you don't play Kasada here, I think there's like zero scenarios where you don't play Kasada and you actually don't lose. So you might as well just play it. And then you have to bid 1. And yeah, he's just going to covert Kasada and then go all in, I imagine. And Guest of Honor will prevent events. So let's count here. 1, 2, 3. Let's do it like this. 2, 4. There's a fan, okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 2, 6, 11, 14, 19. So he's up by 3. 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. Crab is up by 2 after the box. And then Crane can't actually use the box after that, which is nice. But Crab can't play any events. And then Along the River of Gold is +3. So he'll be up +5, I think. Ooh. So it is actually possible, I guess. Yeah, so I think Crane is realizing here that he doesn't actually have enough skill. So he's just going to go with these Doji Challengers, actually. Yeah, it has an Ornate Fan. It would have still been correct to covert Kasada because he has the same political skill, and you don't want him to attack, right? But yeah, the Doji Challengers come in. They're going to be able to pull in at least one person here. So, yeah, mozi's probably realizing that. So that makes it a little bit awkward for him. What this allows mozi to do, though, is he can go military. He can go military water and try to bow Asami. I think that still just leads to him losing the game, though, because his board clears at the end of the turn. Defends with skill 13. We see a pass. So you pull in the Borderlands Defender here. Or possibly the Keeper Initiate. Yeah, we do see the Borderlands Defender. Get pulled in. It would be nice if Borderlands Defender, instead of while this character is defending, it should be while you are the defending player during a conflict or something like that. Because then you couldn't pull her in on defense. Because that card needs buffs, even though it's already the best card in the game. So that's going to be it for that conflict. So yeah, I like the military water idea, like at least get him to defend with somebody, even if you just send the Keeper Initiate. Ooh, military fire though. What? I don't see how this works. I guess fire, you honor the Kaio Envoy and then you Witch Hunter it. So you don't die. Yeah, he's just gonna no defense pass, so leaving the Keeper Initiate at home is the right call, I think. But yeah, I think that is what we're gonna see. I think he's gonna honor the Kaio Envoy and then sacrifice it to draw fate and gain a card. That's what I meant to say. Yep. Kaio Envoy gets honored. You stand up. I mean, if you have fight on, I guess you stand up somebody else. Nope, just stands up Kasada. I don't think he's drawn a fight on this game unless he does have one in his hand. Yeah, none in the discard. So here comes the political attack. He can survive one Asami trigger now, but he still has to, not lose the game. Yeah, could see Talisman. He would, if he wants to prevent the Asami trigger, he would need to go up 4 skill in 1 action, and he cannot do that. Can't fight on with Guest. Yeah, that's true. Oh, wow. That's pretty big brain. He used the Stronghold on Tengu Sensei to get rid of Kasada. Very nice. Oh, and he has 2 actions, actually. So he might actually be able to prevent this Asami trigger after all. The problem, though, is that Tengu Sensei co-rated Kasada, so he won't be able to attack now. But I guess it doesn't matter anyway. Okay, assassinate on Keeper Initiate. He can Iron Mine this, and he might have to. Yeah, I think you have to, because if you don't, you just get Void Ringed, right? Yep. And then no conflict characters, so Kasada just gonna stand there. Mozi does keep the favor, but all these characters are gonna die. And that means if he flips another Kuni Lab next turn, I think he actually just loses. Ooh. That's unfortunate. To be fair, though, I think he was going to lose anyway. He can Satoshi it away. Ooh, you're right. That's pretty big brain. He hasn't seen any Satoshis yet, so yeah, I think he sees it. There's another guest of honor. He should probably just use Satoshi now. Uh-oh. Oh man, is this gonna be... Yeah, he's right. The list on the spreadsheet does not have Mystic in it. Do we have an admin in the chat? I think Shoot was here a minute ago. This could be an issue. Apparently the submitted deck list does not contain Mia Mystic, as you can see here. Shoot says that's a game loss. Oof. Yep, and we see the concede as well. Wow, that is... Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that definitely ended weirdly. Yeah, that's crab tactics. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the crane player did not do that intentionally. It was just a mistake there, but unfortunately, that happens sometimes. So mozi will get the win for that game, which means, ooh, ouch. He's gonna have to play against the winner of Kaza versus Jokingly. That's like probably the most stacked round of 64 match. Good practice to just import the deck every time you play a league game. Yeah, that's a good idea. But yeah, we're gonna see how the rest of this game goes. I don't imagine Crab can win it. He's still at 1 honor. He has 0 fate. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Lambershasby, you got here just in time for the end of it. Unfortunately, the Crane player was given a game loss because he has the wrong deck list, but they're going to play it out and see how it goes. So mozi is first player here. Um, hmm. Does he go air? Like, isn't Crane just gonna break on political no matter what he does? And if he doesn't go air, then Crane will go air, and then he definitely wins. So I think the only play for Crab is to attack air. Oh, interesting. So he went Casada water. That's fair. That gives him a fate, so if he has fight on here, he can play that now. But yeah, Crane is going to go for air. This looks like military at the stronghold. So Crab has to win this. Hmm. Okay, I guess Satoshi can switch skills, but then he doesn't have that for the political attack. So what is he going to have here? He has a watch commander. That is his one fate, so no fate now. He could have a rebuild for this Heat of Guardian. That would bring him up to 6. And then box plus river would be enough to win. I don't think Crane can get through Casada here. So that's fortunate for Mozi at least. Uh-oh. Or just name it Discord Cup Do Not Touch. Yeah, I like that strategy myself. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely an important lesson that unfortunately some people learn the hard way. Um, but you do have to be careful with your deck lists for the cup. Fumiki was the last card, okay. Well, no, you didn't spell that right. It's spelled T-H-A-T. Had fight on, but didn't want to risk having voice of honor. Alright, yep, so that will be it. The Crane player wins the game, but because of that decklist issue, Mozi will be the one to advance. Yeah, that's a perfect example at the end of... Well, I guess that's a spoiler, but... I mean, who hasn't seen that movie yet? If you haven't, then go watch it. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened here. Yep. Alright. But yeah, that's going to be it. Mozi advances. He'll play against the winner of Kaza and Jokingly. Hopefully we can get that game streamed. It should be pretty good. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.